excited. Get excited.
I timed that poorly. No. Shoved a load of food in my mouth at once. It was like, No. I don't know which PNG is going to be the most appropriate. Jesus. Because this game is very pretty. Where's my goddamn game? So, I got an email about, I signed up to the creator list, this studio's creator list. We're just going right into it today. I'm going in raw, boys. So I signed up to the creator list, and then during stream on Saturday. Holy shit, you're allowed. Ooh. Well, they did say in the email we were free to make content. However, we'll just double check that in terms of if they specifically mention anything about the music. The music's nice. As it always is with this studio. Important information. To redeem the Steam key now, will be available. You're free to make monetized content, videos / text about Willow Mist 2. I do love that in everything that Gabby does. Very clear. Gabby is one of the 2 people from the studio. It's 2.5. The people that made A Date with Death, which is getting a sequel. I'm so excited. But yeah, the music when I loaded in there was a little bit loud. That's cute. The menu is really cute. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of that. We may get rid of the chibi and go full on. Depends on the layout. I've literally no like. My brain is not burning at this point. So, from the description from Steam, this is a cozy narrative shop sim where you move to the sleepy town of Willow Mist to run your aunt's antique store. And you can meet not 1, not 2, but 5 charming love interests and quirky locals, each with secrets to uncover. In a town where nothing is quite as it seems, buy, sell, and haggle to keep the store afloat. Now, is the music too loud for you guys? I just realised why it was so loud for me. Much quieter. Oh! Music. Gallery. BGs and BGs. There's so much going on this screen. This way to Willow Mist. Difficulty. Cozy and normal do not feature game overs for being unable to pay your bills. Hard mode does! Oh shit! Go cozy. This is Bill's responsibility. Dearest Sprout! Oh, that's cute. Sprout hardly seems like a fitting nickname anymore, does it? I mean, I'm still little. By now, you must be towering over your mother. She always was a short little thing. Well, my mum's not. Didn't tell her I called her that, okay? I fear it would make our relationship even worse than it is now, if that's even possible. I digress. My dearest Sprout, it has been too long since I last saw you. Still a picture in my mind, a toddler with a mess of orange hair who insisted on wearing their rain boots on the sunniest of days. Who would remove their smock lest they get paint on it. Who would turn their nose up at chocolate but sneak carrots from the fridge when no one was looking. All that scribble says this. You always have had your own way of doing things, my dear. That is precisely why I am entrusting you with my greatest treasure, my antique store. Well, for the next 3 months anyhow. After a lifetime of living in the city, a bit of country air ought to do you well. Willow Mist is special to me, and I think soon enough it will be special to you. It has its quirks, which I'm sure you'll realise quickly, but it has a way of growing on you. Or perhaps it's the other way around. Like a parasite, or maybe a fungus. Either way, I suspect you'll just fit in just fine. I'm only sorry I cannot be there to greet you. Responsibilities pull me away from Willow Mist. But you don't have to worry about that. I'm sure you'll hear enough rumours about where I've gone to satisfy your curiosity. Trust me, whatever they say is nowhere near as interesting as the truth. To find the store, take a left from the train station, then a right when you notice the breeze pick up. That's very specific. Then turn around and walk backwards for 7 steps. Close your eyes and turn around again. You'll find it soon enough. I have an employee there waiting for you. He's not the easiest to get along with, but I doubt anyone could resist your charm. You're much like your aunt in that respect. Take care of the store, Sprout. Take care of yourself, and for heaven's sake, don't try to sell the vase with the birds on it. It's cursed. With all my love and faith in you, Aunt Sylvie. P.S. If you find Florian napping on the job, make sure to tuck him in. He doesn't get enough sleep, that boy. Florian. Well, oh boy. Hello. Little buzz in the pocket, the familiar sensation of a worried mother. The train continued shuddering along on its track in an almost comfortable way. Why don't you reconsider? Is this a text conversation? I'm guessing. Oh, fucking jeez, I just like, there's a level, there's XP, there's a cleanliness bar. I have $50 to my name. I'm richer in this game than I am in real life right now. I don't think Florian is a cat. I think I know who Florian is. Because I did follow, when I was still on their Patreon, I did follow, like, the stuff they were doing. Like, some of the backgrounds in this game are really detailed, like, really detailed. Because it's to give the idea of that whole antique shop with so much in it. But I can't remember if Florian is cat-coded, though. I can't remember which one is Florian. Brain is truly not burning. Darling, wouldn't you reconsider? It's such a big move. You've always lived nearby. You won't know anyone. So if anything goes wrong, why not stay home? Oh, there were options. It just loaded a bit slow. Considering I'm on a train in the middle of nowhere, might be a little bit late. Can't go back. As much as I'd love to get on the return train back, I really wouldn't. It took 4 hours to get here. I just don't understand why you left though suddenly. I mean, this can't have been sudden, surely. Aunt Sylvie needs someone to watch the shop, you know that. I'm sure she has friends there. She always has family, you know. She also has family, you know. Yeah, I'm guessing it's a text given the little... Wouldn't you reconsider? Why did he say that? Sorry, Mum. I love you, but I'm looking forward to a few months away from home. New people, fresh air, and a real job. You've never even worked at a store before, let alone ran one. And Sylvie says someone will be there to help out. An antique store in a tiny town in the middle of nowhere. I don't think it will be particularly busy. Famous last words. Oh, I'm trying to click on this, but it's not letting me, so I'm guessing it's not a thing yet. So you got your stubborn street straight from my sister. Okay, baby, just stay safe, okay? Don't walk about alone at night. Make sure to lock the doors and call me if anything happens. Of course, Mom. I will, Mom. Everything will be fine. Jin's about to pull up. I'll text you later. Okay, I love you. Love you too. Yes, I'm me on my mommy. Oh, there's a pretty transition. Barely read the text for a second there.
Listen to the voices of the folks that came before. They tell me of the choices and the tasks I have in store. Every antique has a secret, every trinket has a tale, every person has a story that is waiting to unveil. Something in me feels aware that there's this untold.
How much stuff there is. I think that's Florian, the one with the snaggletooth. So cat coded. Oh, you're pretty. You're like Ramona flowers. Look at you. The second dude reminded me of Human Alice, so that was a little bit unfortunate. Music's so cute. The logo is so cute. You couldn't even see it because of my head. My stupid head. So the last name can't be changed. We can change the first name, and we can be like, honestly, I love this shit. Like, it's just too cute. But we'll do. Is Sage gender neutral? I suppose it could be. I've never truly sat down to consider that. I think the stereotype that's stuck in even my brain, I think gender neutral, I'm like, Rowan! And I say Jade's gender neutral. Wonderful. Oh god. What is the rarest non-binary name? Top of this list says Orion. I beg to differ. In an age of space nerds, I beg to differ that Orion is the one of the rarest. Let me quickly just go save my TikTok streaks. That'll do. Because my phone was buzzing away at me. I already dealt with my snap streaks. I was googling. Fucking Jesus. I do like Sage. But yeah, there's a list of 100 unique and rare gender neutral baby names, and the top 8 that it's showing are Orion, Mercury, Argon, Tesla, Edison, Nikola, Tauri, Delta. And Tauri is in Tauri. Like Alpha Centauri and there is another one. No, it's Alpha Centauri. Oh no, Omega Centauri has the U in it. No, it's I suppose it would be pronounced Tauri, but yeah, Tesla was on this list. But so was Nikola, as in Nikola. This list is broken down into sections. So we've got We're going to spend long just picking the first name for this character. So we've got natural wonder names. Like Banks, Heron, Reed, Poppy, Zephyr, Cypress, Azure, Brooks, Umi, Peregrine. Peregrine's a fantastic name. Peregrine Marigold. We might be going with Peregrine. Then we've got Magical and Fantastical. So Aspen, Cosmo, Coven, Mabon, Sage, Briar, Raven, Carden, Noir, and Onyx. I do like Tag. Is it Tag? I feel like that's one of those names where you completely miss the shit in the middle. But I could be wrong. Tag. Short and sweet. Beck, Kai, Shay, Remy, Ira, Lux, Lane, Jove, Sol, Ren with W. Vintage and classic. We've got Remy, August, Jennings, Ollie, Leander, Jules, Hollis, Howland, Ellis, Emerson. Geography, Calgary, Devereux, Tennessee, Zealand, Halston, Everest, Costa, Berkeley, Darden, Elwyn. Devereux's cute. Surnames turned first names. Rowan. Zeller, Maxon, Aniston, Barnett, Coulter, Jessen, Collins, Carver, Hawking. Music and performing arts inspired. Cadence, Clef, Jimmy, Lyric's cute one. Jazz, Echo, Coda, Porter, Duran, Zeppelin. Science inspired. Alchemy, Nobel, Orion, Mercury, Argon, Tesla, Edison, Nikola, Tori, Delta. There's that. There's the 8 that it gave me. Google saw me coming in there. It was like, science? Garden. Literary inspired. Dahl, Tennyson, Morrison, Bradbury, Darcy, Eliot, Greer, Keats, poet, Paddington. Wonderful. Vibrant and colourful. Azul, grey, cyan, crimson, indigo, lavender, Donovan, Aaron, navy, and Krishna. Huh. So I think... Okay, I navigated away from this. I think the one that's still sticking in my head is Peregrine. So I think we're going to go with Peregrine. Peregrine Marigold. I'm probably going to shoot myself in the foot with that one because it's the longest of the ones from that list. And I think I just prefer the outfit on this one. It's not even about, like... They're the same facial structure and the same hair colour, just one's shorter than the other. I think the outfit alone is what's selling me on Peregrine. So we'll do that. So yeah, Peregrine, they mix. There's a passport number under there. That's an interesting detail. I feel like a rival card. I've just realised it's an arrival card. Building it into the system. I do like that there was a bit of story first. In, like, reading, not like a... With Date with Death, there's an opening sequence. With this, it's an interactable bit of story that I've already spent, like, 20 minutes on. The air was chilly as you stepped out of your train and onto the platform, if you could even call it that. The thing's flickering. I don't know if that's intentional or... Like, when I'm not using it, it's flickering. On purpose? Oh. There is no control setting, okay. It seemed more like a graveyard than any of the train platforms you'd frequented back in the city. No matter the hour, they would be completely packed with people coming and going, rushing for reasons you could never quite understand. For reasons they may never understand either. This platform was completely empty. No one waited to get on, and you were the only person who got off. Where chatter would usually greet you, all that you heard on this quiet platform in the middle of the countryside was the sound of the wind, rustling the trees, and the chirping of crickets hidden amongst the weeds. Let's establish Peregrine as a bug person, shall we? I That's the quirkiest, actually. I like that. With more effort than you'd be willing to admit, you attempted to chirp back, but found that the sound was actually harder than you expected. More practice would be required. Gathering up your belongings, which you brought only a few of, you quickly found your aunt's letter once again. Left from the station and right when the wind picks up. I'm not sure what the weather has to do with that. Has to do with it. Well, it's supposed to be a pretty small town. I'm sure I'll find it. Essentially, the description did sound... You'll find it. Ah. Look at it. It's monster. Hang on. That amused me more than it should. Hang on. Oh boy, I need to show you and get things out of my system. Ah. It's Mondstadt though. Hang on. Yeah, that'll do. Look, it's Mondstadt. You can't tell me it's not. I can't stop. Oh man. Oh, I just realised my bongo cat was underneath then. Oh, my bongo cat isn't. Whoa, stop pressing things. Brighter version than we need, but you're right though. It's the, how is it classed as European style house? Because Mondstadt's supposed to be like Europe. Is it? It's the whole old school style housing. I can't think of the word. There is a proper word for it and I can't think of what it is. Oh, cut myself off guard there. The wheeze was so real. Oh boy. From the way your aunt had described the quaint countryside town of Willow Mist, you had expected 2 shacks and a farm if you were lucky. Instead, upon taking a left when you exited the station, you found yourself in a town centre that was significantly more vast than you first imagined, and it is very pretty. Oh, excuse me. Discord, please. You smiled as you pulled your suitcase up a small flight of stairs. Are we going up these stairs? Eyes searching around the beautiful... Now I would say facades. I don't know if that's necessarily right. And normally wouldn't this have like a little whoop? Little thingy underneath it for that word? Maybe I'm wrong. And rural landscape. Oh, my sinuses are not pleased with me having had such a laughing fit. Jesus. Music drifted out from somewhere unseen. It seemed almost like the sound of change, of newfound freedom. A few people passed you as you continued onwards. Heath, please. Though for the most part, you had the street to yourself. Even that was strangely foreign to you. Where you grew up, there were always people around, no matter the hour. I love how a few people passed you, and yet there's no commentary on... They stared at me like they knew I was the outsider. There's no anxiety-inducing description in there. You took a deep breath into your lungs. The air was cool and fresh. The scent of flowers drifted towards you as the wind picked up a changing course. The wind! It's so right, though. You glanced to the right and found a street there that ran away from the town centre. What did she write? Turn around and walk backwards for 7 steps, then close my eyes and turn around again. Peregrine's taking this very seriously. Look! She could have just sent me the address. But if it's a small town, it's not like you... Well, I was going to say it's not like you can what 3 words it, but literally what 3 words is a global thing. Oh my god. With a half chuckle, half sigh, you turned around and began walking backwards, hoping you wouldn't crash into anyone. Did the chances of that seem slim at the time of night? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You've opened your eyes, Peregrine. 7. Slowly you close your... Oh no, yeah, the closing eyes was at this point. Let's close your eyes, removing sight from the equation, then spun back around and open them back up. And sitting before you was a quaint little store with green panelling and a sloped roof and a metal sign hanging above the door. It read, the Wilhelmist Emporium of Antiques and Curiosities. There's the name of the game. Game's over. There you are. I've been looking for you. You're even prettier than my aunt said. You reached down and searched under the doormat and quickly found the key that your aunt left for you. Its brass surface was marked with blemishes that all seemed to say how well loved this building was. You turned in the lock soundlessly as you pushed open the door. Push the door open. I rearranged that sentence. Look at all the things! Tables upon tables of antiques and knickknacks greeted you. A dozen different lampshades and chandeliers hung from the ceiling, lighting up the space. Every light available has been put on the ceiling. Every clock is on the wall. I can see it. Back here. Yes. Wow. You sure has put together an interesting collection. Collection the right word? It looks a bit too chaotic for that. It's still a collection, Peregrine. Potted plants dotted the room, bringing a bit of life to the otherwise still space. Oh yeah, there's plants. That, for a second, that looked like it was straight up growing out of the floor. There's plants. There's, between the lights, there's plants. Yes. Carefully, you put your luggage to the side, cautious of knocking over anything and causing what would be the worst game of dominoes ever. And then you walked through the aisles, if they could be called that, and inspected the store. You'd never visited Willowmist before, nor seen any photos of it, yet somehow you felt a strange sense of familiarity. It made you feel at ease, despite being far away from your home for the first time in your life. You dropped everything to come here. You quit your casual job. They were hardly giving you hours anyway. Only a week ago. You didn't renew your lease. Fortunately, the timing worked out well, since it was coming to an end regardless. Friends back home only found out about your temporary move a few days before your train left. Honestly, though, you weren't that close to anyone. You up and left. You just went, right, bye. It always felt like the friends you kept around, you had other friends they would have preferred spending time with. That seemed to happen as you got older, the natural drifting apart of people who you once clung to like your life depended on it. Isn't that the truth about growing up? Jesus. 2.5, please. I didn't need the emotional trauma. You needed a change. So here you were in the middle of the countryside town of Willowmist, surrounded by rolling hills and mountain ranges like you'd never seen before. If. Oh! I think this is for He's goddamn teeth. Jesus Christ. Whatever the man was carrying in a box a moment ago was now sprawled out over the floor, dropped in surprise. With mouth agape, he stared at you, still grasping for words. Listen, if you wanted to rob the store, you could have done it before I got here. Man's individual is wearing an apron. Please, Peregrine. You're rude. Common courtesy and all that. If I was going to rob the store, I wouldn't... Going to rob a store, it wouldn't be this dump. Hey, my aunt probably put a lot of work into this job. You're... wait, forget about that. Why would I be the one robbing the store? I was here first. Oh, my voice is coming. If anyone was going to be robbing it, it'd be you. I didn't see you when I came in. I was in the storeroom. Can you prove it? Why should I be the one to prove it? You're the one that just waltzed in here. Clearly didn't waltz in. Clearly had a key. The man sighed the most tired, exasperated sigh you'd ever heard, and the eye bags under his eyes seemed to give away who he was. Alright, you're Florian, aren't you? Unfortunately. You must be Peregrine. Why is this game, like, attached to my funny phone? The last time I checked, yeah. Why are you here so late? It was the only train coming into town today. Didn't my aunt tell you I was coming? The same way she tells me anything. Vaguely. Didn't even know what you looked like. You nearly gave me a heart attack. Then we're even. God, you're exactly like your aunt. Great. I'll take that as a compliment. Little shitbag. You shouldn't. Ooh, that's a loaded question. What are you doing here so late? Does my aunt really make you work this much overtime? No. It was just neatening up before you arrived. Aww. Florian's just baby. I do like the double mole. I put that on all of my Date with Death characters because it's pretty sure that's in either I've made it up because it's actually one of Dove's features, or it is actually in their character creator. My brain. You just said you didn't know when I was getting here. I got really distracted for a second. What can I say? I just have an amazing work ethic or something. You're suspicious as hell, but I respect it. As all hell, but I respect it. Still, you should get some sleep. You look tired. Oh, look what you did, Peregrine. Did she at least tell you about the living accommodations? No, she doesn't really give details, as I'm quickly becoming aware of. No shit. The eye roll. She really just left all this crap to me. I ought to quit. That a teacher. But what would I do without you? We don't know each other and we're not friends. You'd be fine. Florian's like, no. Then how about we be friends? I'm good. Fine. You can sleep upstairs, but it's a mess. Sylvie isn't known for her neatness. Mess is fine. I'm sure I'll fit right in. Whatever, get some sleep, or don't. I'll be working for a bit longer. Do you need some help? From someone who looks like they don't know which side of a mop to hold? Nah. The side with the sponge. I don't know if I've just ended up in a silly mood or what. Jesus. I finished work and I swear I was in the worst mood. I just really wanted a nap. Like, taking out right, it's that taking out right here, the kid crying on the sand. Hi, Pippi. Also, I've been sipping this whole time, but I shall sip some more. Okay. I was feeling extremely tired, overwhelmed, and in a bad mood when I finished work. Bye! And I was just about falling asleep when my jack potato arrived. And here we are. Now we're just in a weird, silly, funny, haha mood.
Despite your relationship with those.
See you later, Mama. And Pippi's here now. I'm trying to decide. I need to clean this cup. This cup will do. Trying to decide if I want cherry coke or whatever that is. I don't know what that is. I can't read it from here. We'll go with cherry coke because I know what's. That's not a surprise. For the second day in a row, my manager's like, "You look so much better." I was like, "Did I really look that bad?" Well, I've been off sick. I mean, I must have because I was atrociously unwell. Looks so much better. What do you mean? Yeah, no, I think I'm in a silly goofy mood. Right, let's see if we can get this cherry coke in this spout. Oh, masterfully done. Damn the straw and everything. So this is a drink shaker that I'm drinking out of. Because I have a hydration drink every day now. And then some ginger for my stomach, and like I've gone full on. If I'm not gonna eat properly, at least I can be hydrated. God, that's half the bottle went in there. Jesus. Then again, this is only a liter and a half. Oh, it's a 125. I wasn't expecting that much to go in there. Oh, cherry coke. Been such a long time. Oh, right, come on, silly goofy mood. We've got a video game to play. Yep, no. Oh boy. I'm kidding, it's a joke. I know how to use a mop. You've probably been traveling all day just to sleep. That's considerate of you. You almost sound like you care. I don't. I guess Sylvie didn't tell you anything about actually running the store either. Nope. She said you'd teach me. Like I'm some expert. I just wash the floors. Fine, I'll try to help tomorrow afternoon. Not in the morning? I don't do mornings. Me either, my dude. Gathering up your luggage, she stared up the staircase. No, let's not be sarcastic. Let's be completely silly and goofy. Get some sleep. Don't stick around too much longer, alright? Get some sleep. Yeah, sure. Definitely not getting any sleep. Without another glance, that's what I'd said, and my brain told me it was wrong. In your direction. My sinuses are really pissing me off now. I don't know if it's because I've got my glasses on as well. Oh, Florian collected his dropped box and went back to the storage room. Into the storage room. And I remembered why I don't drink Coke Zero. I don't remember the last time I had. No, I had 7-Up over the weekend. I was about to say I can't remember the last time I had pop. I had 7-Up over the weekend. One step at a time, you dragged your suitcase up the stairs and into your new home for the next 3 months. Oh, more stuff. Oh, I love how this is set up. Sweet. Your aunt's upstairs apartment felt almost like a continuation of downstairs, like a quilt stitched together with mismatched memories. A half-read book with reading glasses, resting atop the pages, sat on the worn armchair. I'm not a fan of the... Like, that doesn't look comfy to me. That's... No, I want to be able to lean on the arm and just, like... No, I'm just judging. Tangled yarn as soft as clouds and as bright as spring blooms spilled from a basket. The table was set and waiting for you, expecting your company. It was almost like time was paused here. In a place where vintage clocks softly ticked in unison, mismatched rugs rested in cosy clusters, and the air smelled ever so faintly of lavender and old books. And that wasn't to mention the abundance of potted plants that filled the room. It was as if a forest had crept in and decided to stay. You placed down your bags and grinned like a child who had just found a new secret hiding spot. The weight of the world and all of your previous worries seemed to melt away, even just a little bit. This was going to be a fun 3 months. You could tell already. Unpacking could wait for tomorrow. For now, you unzipped your suitcase, pulled out your pajamas, then got changed and settled into bed. The sheets were crisp and white, the pillows fluffed, the gentle atmosphere of willow mist slowly began to help you drift off to sleep. As you laid there, surrounded by the scent of linen, not your own, you swore for a moment you could feel someone watching you. That's spooky. But then you fell into a deep sleep, none the wiser. Spooky? I couldn't see anything watching me. Spooky. Oh, there's a toolkit there. When your eyes fluttered open the next morning, a small amount of panic settled in your stomach. This wasn't your apartment? Oh, no! Look at it! It's a little red panda! Mom's gone! There's a little red panda! It's a baby! Right, Willow Mist. Aunt's place. Not back home anymore. That'll probably take a bit of getting used to. You looked out the window, where you could see sunlight cascading in from between the outstretched arms of trees. It still looked to be early, which was good. You wanted a chance to look around the store before Florian got back. Maybe you'd even be able to impress him. That seemed like a big maybe. You weren't sure. He seemed like the difficult to impress type of guy. Well, you did like a challenge. Bully Florian relentlessly till he gives in is what that sounded like. You quickly dressed, then raided the kitchen for breakfast, which you found half stocked with food. Your aunt left some fresh vegetables and fruits, and a few microwavable meals they'd have to do for now. You'd find the grocery store another day, hopefully. Would, like, food not be the first priority? If there's not... Like, if there's something there to make, sure, great. Grand, we'll start the day as it is, but then getting to know your surroundings would surely be the next thing. Like, running the shop is important because that's why you're there, but with the pear half eaten in your hand, you made your way back downstairs. Back to the shop. Ah, it's even better. Look at it! The store had a different vibe during the day. It seemed almost whimsical, like the collection of some peculiar witch who decided a hoard of lampshades was better than herbs. You once again walked between the tables, noting that despite the clutter, everything was dust-free. Florian wasn't lying about cleaning, at the very least. Are we gonna have to water all these plants? Look at this place! Isn't it neat? Is that an Alejandro meme I'm thinking of? Or is it someone else? I remember the full thing. No, it's not! It's Jonah! Fucking Jonah. It's goddamn Jonah! Anyway. Walking up to the counter, you noticed a distinct lack of technology. There was no computer or electronic cash register there. Only an old till that seemed to be an antique itself. Did you text your mum to tell you arrived? Wasn't that a thing you needed to do? But it doesn't go back that far. Oh, it does. God, it goes right back to the beginning of the game when I picked difficult. I got really confused. Weren't we supposed to text mum? Train's about to pull up. I'll text you later. Did you ever text mum? Peregrine? Like the cash register did look fun. I like the idea of that old like typewriter style cash register with the chonka chonks. All of the accounts look to be handwritten in a journal that's sat upright in a book stand next to it. Oh, that's gonna be hard though. Either your aunt was a fantastic accountant or was committing tax fraud. Or maybe both. Still, the lack of anything electronic didn't surprise you. Since you were a child, she always wrote you letters rather than emails or text. She was a little old school, but that didn't bother you. If anything, receiving a handwritten letter was exciting to you. You didn't know anyone else growing up who got letters. That reminds me, I need to, before I forget, to ask them again. There we go. Mission accomplished. You know when you see a message and like, I must reply to this, because if I don't reply to it now, I will forget. I probably wouldn't have given who it was, but anyway. Got letters. There we go. Except for people getting bills, but no one liked those letters. You understood that greatly now. Standing behind the counter and looking out towards the shop, you felt an overwhelming sense of purpose. This was your aunt's treasure, and she was leaving it to you. For 3 months, Peregrine. Well, for a few months, but that was beside the point. Alongside that sense of purpose was a small yet persistent reminder of just how insane this was. Dropping everything to move to a town you'd never even visited because of an aunt you hadn't seen since childhood. I mean, it's both. Can it not be both? I love how my head is exactly positioned for this. Exciting. Let's go with exciting. It's the most exciting choice of your life. I love the idea of going, you know what? That's enough. I'm going to go do the thing. I don't know what the thing is. But, like, I'm 36 and I don't know what the thing is. I'm gonna move to Scotland and write a novel. It's like moving to the middle of nowhere to become a streamer sounds unrealistic. So like, but moving to the middle of nowhere and writing a book. But money does unfortunately make the world go round, and you need money to pay bills. Like, I don't think I could get to a net zero point of I have no bills to pay. I don't know. I'm just waffling now. Where's my mouse? There it is. You needed something like this, a chance to get to know who you really are. The emphasis in the emphasis placement is important. Jesus. Make me jump. Oh no. It was a knock at the door that pulled you out of your introspection. A very neat, crisp knock. If a knock could be neat and crisp. You could see a tall shadow on the other side of the door, but no details apart from that. Florian? You opened the door wide, curiously peering at the stranger on the other side, who looked you up and down, looked at his watch, then shook his head and walked past you into the store. Good lord! Little pink bit? You're tall. Well, I hope you're not about to tell me you're Florian that woman last night. Very strange for me. Florian, no, I'm not. Oh, no, I'm not Mr. Westbrook. So Florian Westbrook. Brain could not put the two together there. I apologize if that disappoints. The mystery man put down his briefcase on the counter, then began pulling out paperwork and pens from within. Not sure I've ever met a man that's actually used a briefcase before. Kinda dig it. Man's wearing a suit. Has a... Oh, Jesus. I pressed buttons when I shouldn't have. He's so done. Ah, no. I suppose I'll just have to wonder until see who exactly you are then. I do appreciate a mystery as much as the next person, but... Right, it would be unlike Ms. Marigold to leave you with any kind of instructions. No, it was still instantly goofy. He quickly pulled a business card out of his pocket. Emmett Finch! Oh, that's a brilliant name. Finch, though! That's Slinky's other name. Finch. Independent accountant at Finch Advisory. Oh, you know someone's important when their name is part of the business. Peregrine, please. Maybe we ought to rebrand the store to Peregrine Emporium. Emmett, and you must be Peregrine. I'll admit I have heard very little of you, so we're starting out on equal footing. In short, I'm your aunt's financial partner, her accountant, and now by extension yours for the time being. We have a lot to discuss regarding accounts, cash flow, and taxes. Ugh, boring. Such exciting topics for a Tuesday morning. Hey. You watched as he pushed up his glasses, then nodded. Was this the guy that I said reminded me of Alistair? Now I've seen him a bit more, I don't think he does. Any time is the perfect time to talk numbers. I appreciate working with someone like-minded in that regard. That was definitely sarcastic, Emmett. For sure. What experience do you have running a business? Ha! In lemonade stand once? Oh, plenty. There was one summer where I had a lemonade stand outside my house. I don't remember paying any taxes on that. Don't tell, alright? So done. Any actual experience? Like with a proper business? Yes. No. Understood. Seems my role will be a little more hands-on than in previous months. I will bill Ms. Marigold for the extra time we need to get you up to speed. I appreciate it, Emmett. Sounds expensive. All the good things in life are... Is this not what I said? Like, money does in fact make the world go round. Quietly, you watch him shuffle through his paperwork before pulling out one specific sheet of paper. I'll be frank with you, Ms. Marigold's accounts are dire. Despite my protests, she makes little effort to remedy that. Sometimes I wonder whether she truly desires to own a business or not. Perhaps you, with you around, we'll see some change. Perhaps we won't. Time will tell. At least you're honest. Emmett. Oh, Emmett, what was it? Emmett, Finch. I mean, the thing about the Finch. Duh. Wow. Thanks for the overwhelming support. With you on my side, I know I'm gonna knock it out of the park. I mean, at least he was being honest, Peregrine. I am supporting you. If I wasn't, I wouldn't be here. I'm not just in the habit of giving false promises. At the very least, we'll aim for Ms. Marigold to not return to bankruptcy. Sounds like a plan to me. I stopped by to have you sign a few forms. Though only temporary, I like to keep my affairs in order. Sign here, please. One by one, you signed each and every form Emmett handed to you, and boy, were there a lot of forms. Great, my hand's starting to ache. Stay strong, Peregrine. You can do this. I wonder what this guy's deal is anyway. He must be a local, right? Maybe this would be a good chance to try and make a friend. Because you weren't making friends with Florian. While you're here, can I ask you a few questions? Be my guest. I have a little extra time before my next appointment. How long have you worked with my aunt? It's been... He digs through his briefcase, nodding as his eyes scan the various documents. A year now, give or take a few weeks. How has it been? Satisfactory. Ms. Marigold has had her accounts sorted and I've been paid, so I believe that counts as success. And how has she been to work with? Why do you ask? I haven't seen my aunt since I was a child. I was just wondering what she's like these days. She's fine enough to work with. Very memorable. That's all I'll say on the matter. Vans is like, I'm not going to shit talk my employer. Please don't make me party to your nonsense. Are you a local? Do you live in Willow Mist? Yes, my practice is located close to here. You'll find my address on the business card I gave you. Have you always lived here, or have you... Or have I happened upon another wayward wanderer like myself? I found my practice here, yes. I mean, you personally, not your practice. I don't see that it makes any difference. Fair enough. The man is the business. Is there anything fun to do around town when you're not working? Is there much fun to be had around town? Apart from doing taxes, that is. That depends on what you find fun. You mean theme parks and musicals? Then you're out of luck. If you enjoy hiking, dining, or live music, then there's plenty of that. See, it's Monster. I just realised... You got a blip. I'm down to try new things. I wish you all the luck trying them on your own time. Emma looked down at his watch before setting his eyes on the door. I'll stop by in a few days to go over paying your bills and keeping the lights on. Until then, keep your accounting in the journal at the counter and I will assess it when I return. I'll try my best. Apologies if they're not quite up to standard, but I'll have Florian here to help me. Hopefully. Actually, are there any good breakfast places around here? My aunt left a few things, but I'd kill for a nice breakfast while I'm waiting. There's quite a few decent establishments. Well, are you hungry? We could grab a bite and have a mini tour of town if you were up for it. You killed it, Peregrine. There's no way he can turn you down now. Emmett adjusted his glasses again, his impression impassive. Unfortunately, I'll have to pass. I'm paid for doing accounting, not for eating breakfast and tours. Have a good day, Marigold. Peregrine Marigold, you've just been told no. Just like that, he gathered his briefcase and walked out the front door. The chiming bell's the only reminder he was there in the first place. Oh, so cold. Poor Peregrine. Aren't people from the countryside meant to be welcoming? Meeting Florian, then Emmett seems a little harsh. More people. You spun back around to the doorway after hearing the bells, but found no one there. Strange. With a shrug, you found yourself turning back towards the store. Why did the bells go off again? It would still be a few hours until Florian turned up, so you decided you might as well familiarise yourself with the items around the store while you waited. Do I get to play with things? Touch things. You were surprised to find that a couple of hours barely scratched the surface when it came to inspecting the show floor. There was just so much stuff. Blah, 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 blah. And forget the amount of stuff, absolutely nothing had a price on it. Hi, Gunnar. Even digging through the paperwork at the counter, you couldn't find any notes about inventory or pricing. Jesus.
I told you, it's my job to look after you.
Thank you for the hydrate. You were massaging your temples in stress when you heard the door chimes ringing again. Is Florian here? Out here trying to be stealth. Look at him. Hi. Wow, he really doesn't want to get sunburned. I mean, valid. Sunburn's uncomfortable. I like the guy. How you doing, Gunnar? Thanks. I don't like the sun. Me either. I can see that much. Did you manage to get some sleep? I guess. When did you leave? Are you going to ask me how I slept? If I have to. And if I said you did, how did you sleep? Florian, you antisocial. You couldn't sound less interested. Funny that. Peregrine, please. Well, I'll pretend like you actually care then. Surprisingly, I slept really well. The bed was super comfortable. How fascinating. I'm happy for you. Really. With a sigh, you watch Florian drop his satchel bag behind the counter before removing his various mismatched accessories. I thought the hat and the mask, at least, were quite matched. What do you mean? I don't suppose you worked out how to run the place while I was gone. Do you really think my aunt would make it so easy? She never does. Fine, I'll explain, but I'm only going to do this once. If you don't pay attention, I'm not repeating myself. Okay, listening. Don't worry, I'll pay attention. I'm a good listener when I want to be. Shrugged at that. I don't care if you listen or not. I just won't explain it again if you don't. You buy things for cheap and sell them for more. That's pretty much the gist of it. And what? That's all you're going to tell me? What else is there to tell you? That's how it works. I know how stores run, Florian. Then why am I bothering to explain it to you? You gotta give me more details than that or I'll run this place into the ground. Like, nothing has a price on it. Do I just guess? Guess I need to do this. Guess I do need this job. Fine. Buy stuff, sell it for more, also keep it clean or no one will want to come in. Right now we're pretty much out of rubbish to sell. This place is full of things, minus a few things I put behind the counter. Wait, what? I thought you were going to listen to me. How can we be can we nearly be out of things to sell? There's stuff everywhere. You watched him as he looked around the room and shrugged. They're just your aunt's decorations. All of that is decoration? I guess. I don't know. I don't make the rules. I just help out. That's crazy. How does anyone know what's for sale and what's decoration? I don't know. Fine. It's all just for looks. I can deal with that. How much do I sell things for then? Whatever you want to sell them for. How would I know? I'm not an antique salesman. You better become one quick then. You don't want to go broke. God, what have I got myself into? Is it gonna... No, I'm not gonna make assumptions as to the mechanics. A mess. I wouldn't take on your job if my life depended on it. Just keep track of how much you buy shit for in that journal on the counter. You should be able to eyeball how much things are worth. But you'll get better as you go, probably. You can probably just adjust the price later if shit's not selling. Doesn't really matter. Let me see what we've got then. Peregrine looks so sad. Checking behind the counter, you notice a handful of small knickknacks. They weren't much compared to the rest of your aunt's decorations, but they'd have to do. Alright, well, now what? You're the boss. I like the sound of that. You gonna call me boss, Peregrine? I really have to talk to you, I'll probably just call you Peregrine. Wow, if you have to talk to me? Peregrine's such a little shit. He just shrugged. Fine. It's probably for the best anyway. You wouldn't want all this power to go to my head. He shrugged again, then found a broom and began sweeping up the already clean floor. Mansy's like, I'm gonna go find something to do now. There were already a few people hanging around outside, like they're waiting to talk to you or something. You're not a celebrity, are you? That's the last thing I could be bothered with. Not the last time I checked. The last time I checked my Twitter account had 35 followers and most of them were bots. Oh, Peregrine. Probably not a celebrity then. Probably not, no. Is people waiting for me? Walked towards the door, then flipped over the sign to open. Outside, the afternoon sunlight filtered down like liquid gold, hitting the cobblestone just right. The trees swayed gently in the light breeze, and the cool air carried a faint scent of pine and the distant baking from a kitchen unseen. Breathed in deeply of that air for a moment, and it felt like an old friend stopping by to visit. Warm, comfortable. That's cute. Hey, Florian? Florian. Huh? Oh, right, I forgot you were there. Wishful thinking, I guess. Florian, you rude. I'm going to speak to you so much you won't be able to forget me next time. Great. Have you ever felt like you were being watched around the store, by the way? Watched? You're watching me right now. Does that count? No, I mean, well, it does, but not in this case. I mean, watched when no one else is around. Not really. Not any more than is normal, I guess. There's a normal amount of feeling like you're being watched. In this town? Yeah, probably. Huh. I was wondering something, by the way. Did you grow up here? Just straight in with the invasive personal questions there, Peregrine. Yeah. Never chose to leave town? Nah. Nothing out there worth seeing. Have you ever felt like being stuck in one place is like being in a cage? He paused at that, actually thinking. I guess the cage is pretty comfortable. I think that's why I came here, really. I wanted to help my aunt, of course, but the winds of change pulled me here. It pulls a lot of people here, I think. Really? Yeah, a lot of people who don't fit in anywhere else. Maybe that's why I'm here, then. I doubt it. Huh? You look like you'd fit in just fine. You're muttering. Don't worry about it. You've got family other than your aunt. I mean, oh, Florian's having a conversation with us. Jesus. My mom, but her and my aunt are a little estranged. They haven't spoken in years. I have no clue why. Huh. Usually people can't resist her. Oh, she's popular like that? What? No, I didn't mean... Do you have a crush on my aunt, Florian? No! It's not like that, really. Not like that, really. I meant that she has a pull to her. She's annoying and nosy and probing, but she has a way with people. You can't help but get along with her. You seem a lot like her. That sounds like a pretty big compliment coming from you. Oh, he's got a little blushy face. What about you anyway? Does your family live nearby? Maybe. Maybe. They maybe live nearby? I don't see them anymore. Oh, Florian! Poor baby. I'm sorry for prying then. I pried first. Your eyes found the doorway where a young girl of perhaps 14 or 15 stood, eyes on you curiously. Look at you, you delightful little bean! The eyes. Dove has eyes that are that colour, that way around too. And then my brain was like, yes, but the other way. That's Vincent Whitman. Fucking fault. You're not Granny Sylvie, hi. Can pretend to be if you like. Not really, look how short you are, her. If you'd like, I can pretend to be. I guess if I squint you kind of look like her. Nah, maybe not. The way you stand is different. I'm Peregrine. Granny Sylvie is my aunt. I'm just helping run the place for a while. The girl studied you, crossing the room with a strange litheness to her movements. Standing before you like that. She leaned in close. She's cute. Hi, I'm Vienna. Sometimes people call me Vivi. That's adorable. You look very interesting, you know. I like the way your nose joins your face and your eyebrows are cool. That's such an unusual... I like the way your nose joins your face. That's adorable. Well, thanks. I like your eyes. Do you have heterochromia or are they contacts? They've always been this way ever since they were. Hey, you sell things, right? Pretty things, cool things. It's my mom's birthday tomorrow. She likes pretty and cool things since she's pretty and cool. Can I buy something for her here? Why don't you have a look around, see if anything catches your eye? You have eye catchers here? I'll be careful then. Oh no, Vivi! Just like that, she left you standing there, slightly bewildered, while Florian had made his way away from the commotion. When his eyes met yours, he gave you a thumbs up and mouthed, nice nose. Your hand went up to your nose. Really, it was a nice nose. What? You walked behind the counter, then settled on the stool there while Vienna looked around the store. She examined things very curiously. Her fingers often just hovered over the surface of objects without touching them, as if she was somehow feeling their energy. When she did pick something up, she would turn it around and around in her hands, tilting her head this way and that to see every single angle. Her mismatched eyes narrowed like she was looking at a difficult puzzle when she was really examining a teapot. She held it up to the sunlight despite the fact it was opaque, like it would reveal something hidden that no one else had ever noticed. Then she put it back down. Not exactly where it had been, but close enough that you didn't feel the need to correct her. The strangeness of it all brought a smile to your face somehow. After a morning with Emmett and Florian, she was something fresh. Look, the little pop-up. Found anything? I can give you some suggestions too if you tell me a little about your mom. The customer! Because look, that's the counter and the register's here somewhere. She's really good at finding things. Not just keys or socks, but things you didn't know you lost. Like hope or patience. Yeah, she's good at finding those. Oh, she laughs at colours too. Bright colours. Happy ones. And her hands are always warm. Interesting. I like that. Things you didn't know you'd lost. Like hope or patience. I think maybe this? Oh, that's adorable! That said $7, I think. I think she'll like this. She likes shells. They're so quiet. I bet it knows how to listen to you. Thanks for your help. You're so cool. You're cool, even. Barely did anything, but you're welcome. Hey, if you ever need anything else, we'll be here. Thanks. I think I'll come back again. Maybe on another day when the sun isn't shining. Or maybe not. Get home safely, alright? And I hope your mum likes the gift. Vienna waved towards you, then headed out the door with her purchase in her arms. Congrats on your first sale and all that. I hope they're all that exciting. Do you know her? Do I look like I know every single person in town? Honestly, no, you look like someone who would not go out of their way not to know everyone in town. I mean, does she stop by the store often? Not that I've noticed. Maybe once or twice, but I don't know. I'm usually in the storeroom. I can tell. You look like you need to get some more sunlight, mister. No thanks. I burn easily. They sell things for that, you know. Sunscreen, aloe vera. There's the black face again. Why do you care? My hands had to look after. I feel like Peregrine does. I feel like Peregrine does care. Peregrine cares what Florian thinks. That much is apparent. This feels like. Although I've just realised you can't see fully. Hang on, let me just move me. Look, that bottom one. If I said I'd fallen hopelessly in love with you, this one, not condescending is not the right word. It almost feels like, oh, you've been specifically mentioned, Florian, that I need to look after you. Like you're incapable. And let's play with the bottom one. Oh, we've got PNGs everywhere. Why did they all turn on? Huh. One of these things is not like the other. Why is that one mount labelled peak? Hang on. Something's not right here. Oh, okay. Let me just fix this. Why does it turn them all on? My buttons are broken, clearly. I love how I've still got the one up here. I've just realised you can't see the cursor. I've got this whacking great cursor and you guys can't see it. I don't know why it turns all of them on. Let me just see if I can. Let's see if there's a quick fix to that. That's the wrong button. Ah, no, I don't want to. Okay. For some reason, this button was tied to just the folder. But now we should have independent controls. Hey, that was a quick fix. Go me! Right, where's my game gone? And if I said I've fallen hopelessly in love with you at first sight, this might just irritate him tons. What? Hang on. That's bothering me. There we go. And that I could get lost in your eyes for hours upon hours. I mean, you've got pretty eyes. You... That's complete nonsense. Yeah, it is. I'm just pulling your leg. You... What? We work together now and will be for the next 3 months. I'm just looking out for you. Get used to me caring, alright? Aww. Yeah, sure, whatever. I didn't ask you to, though. Damn, Florian? Bell chiming for the second time that afternoon drew you both away from your conversation, and Florian used it as a chance to retreat back to the supposed storeroom. Good lord! Look at this dude! Gale if he became a chef. Although I don't know if Gale would ever have that much real estate. Should have made myself laugh. Beautiful Sylvie, apple of my eye, belle of my heart, would you do me the greatest honour of... He didn't know Sylvie wasn't here. The man before you wore his long wild hair back in a loose ponytail, and his shirt perhaps one button too far undone, depending on who you asked. He was down on one knee as if about to serenade you with the world's most beautiful poetry. Or ask you to marry him. I love him. I love his design. Just look at it. Just look at the man as a whole. Look at him. You're not Sylvie, I see, though I can sense her genes a mile away. You must be Peregrine. You watched him spring to his feet. He was certainly far more sprightly than he looked, and walked forward to put a hand on your shoulder. I've heard so much about you, and even that is not enough. He reached out to shake your hand smoothly, his energy contagious. He seems really peppy. I like him. I'm sorry, I'd love to return the favour, but you are... Quinn? So the lovely owner of this store hasn't yet had the chance to mention me. That sounds just like our Sylvie. Quinn Bakerland at your service. Occasional poet and full-time chef. I fucking called it! I said if Gale did the chef... I don't know, just chef. Look at him! Anyway. And you and my aunt, No, you misunderstand. Is she the most beautiful woman to ever grace this town? Yes, of course. Does my heart become a flutter when she walks into the room? Certainly, without a doubt. Do I near fall to my knees each time she speaks my name? That should be obvious. Where was I? Your relationship to my aunt? Right. Yes, we are dear friends. Right, friends. Well, it's nice to meet you, Mr. Bakerland. Please call me Quinn. Family to Sylvie is family to me. Quinn, then. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but my aunt is actually out of town for the next few months. I'm just here helping while she's away. Oh! We just broke Quinn's heart. My heart shatters into a million pieces once more. Oh! But that is hardly your fault. I should not ruin such a momentous occasion. I've never met any of Sylvie's family. You must be very special indeed. I mean, it sounds like they could have been close, but then Peregrine's mum and the aunt fell out. Special? I don't think I'm particularly special. My grandparents have passed away and my mother and aunt are estranged. I'm really the only other family she has. I can tell you are special to her. You would not be here if you were not. What did you want my aunt to have the honour of then? This is most fortuitous. There is no one that could take our lovely Sylvie's place but you, of course. Are you fond of fine meals, beautiful atmosphere and live music? Yes, and yes. Divine! He's crazy. I have a restaurant just off the main street. I have I've just created a new dish. I call it my crimson risotto. Risotto is really nice though. Roast beef, rich vegetable broth, a swirl of cream, and topped off with mushrooms. Ah, my mouth salivates at the thought. It's just veggies, but risotto is just veggies, I suppose. Please, would you give me the honour in sampling my new dish? Who am I to turn down a meal? Delightful. Ah, but I need some time to prepare. Tomorrow night, I will astonish you with the finest food in Willow Mist or beyond. And before I forget, welcome to town, Peregrine. There's no place like it. You'll be calling it home before you even realise it. Thanks, Quinn. I appreciate the warm welcome. And what warmer it will get once you taste my cooking. I must depart immediately to prepare. Please, await tomorrow evening, with as much anticipation as you would give your birthday. It's crazy. With the heartiest laugh you've ever heard, Quinn left the store with a grin that nearly went from ear to ear. A soft, near evening sunlight drifted through the doorway as he left. Pulling out your phone, you noted the time. 5:03 p.m. Ah, shit. I called it. I said we didn't text, Mum. Scrambled to pull up your text where you could see nearly a dozen left by your mother to the tune of, "Did you arrive safely? Oh my god, you're dead." "Sorry, Mom. I'm here. I'm alive. I just got caught up in everything. I'm totally fine." Dear Lord above, you nearly gave me a hat. It's been nearly a whole day. I was close to getting on a train there myself. Maybe I should have waited a little longer to text them. Not funny. Little shitbag. I know, really, I'm sorry. I'm just glad you're okay, my baby. Totally okay. Met a few new people already and everyone, mostly everyone, is super friendly. This town is beautiful, Mom. You'd love it. Lots of beautiful scenery to paint. I think, honestly, I've barely left the store yet. Lol. You know I haven't painted in years. Maybe you just lack the right muse. Anyway, I need to close up the store now. Alright, text me if anything happens, okay? Yes, Mom, love you. Flip the sign on the door over to the closed as Florian re-entered the room. You miss all the fun staying holed up in that storeroom? I don't really care. I prefer it that way. Florian, please. So antisocial. Well, I guess I can understand in a way. Well, you do you. I'm gonna unpack. I've already been playing this an hour and a half. I'm gonna go upstairs and start unpacking. You don't have to stick around all night, you know? It's fine. I start late, then I stay late. Why not just start earlier then? I just prefer it this way. It's quieter. Well, alright. I don't mind really. Get home safely, okay? Sure, maybe. Leaving Florian to his work, you headed back upstairs. We sold one thing! We sold a bracelet. Or a necklace? I'm not sure which. Piece by piece, you unpacked your belongings slowly. It wouldn't do you any good to spend the next 3 months living out of your suitcase. If you were going to live here, you were going to do it right. Still, you felt almost reluctant to disturb the quiet rhythm of the room at first. Your aunt had turned this place into a home, and gradually you were adding to it, making it something more. Hopefully something better. Even better. Each item you pulled from your suitcase. A soft sweater for the winter here. A stack of well-worn books there. How big is your fucking suitcase? Found its place among your aunt's belongings, like thread woven into someone else's fabric. A framed photo of your aunt, much younger and standing in front of the store, sat nestled beside a ceramic teacup, its handle chipped but cherished. You placed your own picture frame carefully next to it, unsure if it would fit. It somehow felt right, like a new memory slipping into an old album. You pulled out more of your treasures, a glass vial of sea glass you'd collected with your mom, a well-worn notebook that smelled faintly of ink, and your laptop, which you placed on the desk. Ooh. As you slid your clothes into the chest of drawers, you noticed that the sun had long since settled over the horizon. Packing had seemed so quick. Unpacking was another beast entirely. You found your way over to the window, hands full with a pair of tall pink glasses you'd been given all the way back on your 18th birthday. How much junk did you bring with you? Then lingered there, feeling the cool night breeze wash over your skin. You really are your aunt's child. Or soulmate with the bringing junk everywhere. The soft glow of the full moon was already casting its silvery light through your room, and in the distance you could see the mountains that loomed like gentle giants, their peaks softened by a veil of mist that curled around them in dreamlike patterns. In dreamlike patterns. Jesus Christ, brain. Here and there you could see faint trails of smoke rising from chimneys, fading lazily into the sky, but mostly everything outside was still. You turned away from the window, suddenly feeling that familiar feeling of being watched again. And in the corner of the room you saw it. God. The spooky music! Something, a person perhaps, floating a foot off the ground, head tilted to the side as if it were too heavy to carry, staring at you with wide eyes. That's definitely a person. What in the ever-loving hell is... Your time is near. You can't hide from me any longer. Jesus. Oh no! They dropped the glasses. The pair of glasses in your hand instantly fell from your grip, smashing on the wooden floor. Shards went in every direction. Ah, shit. Your eyes snapped back up in search of the person, but found the space she had occupied now empty. Am I not getting enough sleep or something? You knelt down, inspecting the damage. One glass had survived, luckily. You collected that quickly and put it aside. The other one hadn't fared so well, though, was in mostly large pieces. Grimacing, you slowly picked it up and disposed of each piece. Ouch. And just your luck, the final one was the one that cut you. You quickly disposed of it and cleaned your wound and couldn't find a first aid kit anywhere in the room. Maybe there's one downstairs in the storeroom. There's gonna be some spooky shit down in the storeroom now. Florian, are you still here? I could use your help if you are. What is it? I'm not paid to help you with personal stuff, you know. Walked out from the storeroom, arms crossed. Something really weird just happened. I swear I saw someone in my room. She spoke to me. Then I kind of dropped a glass and got cut. It's not bad, but I could use a band-aid if we have any. All the colour dropped out of Florian's face for a moment. He stared at you with a wide open eyes, mouth open slightly, yet no words escaped. You... It's not that bad, is it? God, is Florian a vampire? He almost looked like he was going to be sick as he charged out the front door, leaving you staring out towards him in disbelief. Wait, Florian? A tiny drop of blood dripped to the ground. I guess I'll find it myself? Didn't take you long to find the first aid kit. Your aunt had decided to forego the usual plastic box with a cross on it and instead had picked out an old wooden chest. It was a little scuffed and weathered with brass hinges that creaked when you opened it, but it was very much fully stocked. Found bandages in all sizes, neatly rolled gauze and adhesive strips in patterns ranging from plain beige to princesses and knights. You notice a few other slightly more eccentric additions: a small vial of silver dust labelled for curses, a flask of dark red liquid labelled emergency F only. Is Florian a vampire and that thing upstairs with a ghost? What? I grossly misunderstood the plot of this game. A broken mirror, which you made sure not to touch, with a note attached that read, "For illusions are lies." There was also more of what you had expected to see. Herbs, powders, and other natural remedies. Your aunt was into that kind of stuff after all. You pulled out a plaster and quickly stuck it on your hand. But fortunately, the bleeding had already stopped. It wasn't much worse than a scratch, luckily. But those can be the most annoying if they're like on the edge of your fingers. I think I'm more concerned about Florian. Florian went poof. You opened the... Did he even grab his bag? Like, you opened the door and poked your head out, searching the mostly darkened streets for Florian's figure. No matter where you looked, though, you couldn't see him. It seemed he didn't just step outside. He was gone. I didn't mean to upset him. I'll have to apologise tomorrow. Cut to Florian doesn't turn up tomorrow. Giving up for the night, you headed back upstairs and into your room, then settled into bed. Just like that, you fell asleep, surrounded by once again by the unfamiliar scent of the store. Wednesday. Oh my god. Look, you can see my cursor now. You couldn't see it last time. Who the... Oh my god. Your eyes shut open to the sound of someone banging on the door downstairs. With bleary sight, you looked towards your phone. 6:04 AM. Not Florian, then. Ugh, I'm getting up. Banging on the door continued. It got louder and the closer you became. Stranger, too, because it sounded less like someone's fist, more like a hunk of metal. I'm coming. No need to break the door down. He... Oh, that would have been hair. Yo! Look at this! My liege, I humbly kneel before you as both protector and servant. From this day forth, my life is yours to command. Lucille. I, Dame Lucille del Rosario of the Order of the Crown, do hereby swear an oath upon my honour and my blade. No harm shall come to you while I yet draw breath. Your enemies shall be mine, your struggles mine to shoulder. Delightful. What the hell? Or is this the one with the long hair from the beginning? The mysterious knight lifted her head, looking directly towards you. You thought. It was hard to tell with the whole helmet thing going on. Even if it shall cost me my life, I shall stand by your side. I ask for nothing in return but the chance to serve a worthy cause. By my oath, I shall be your steadfast shield and your loyal sword. What is going on? 6 in the morning? Honor and stuff is great, but at 6 in the morning? Honor and servitude, no time limit, my liege. The suit of armor rises, straightening out to stand taller than you. I think I might still be a little bit confused. I understand trust does not come easily. Please, rest easy, my liege, for I shall prove myself worthy of your trust. Okay, hold on a second. First of all, please just call me Peregrine. I am afraid I cannot, my liege, for that would be improper. Please? If you wish it, then I will make it so, Peregrine. Thank God. You keep calling me my liege and it's going to awaken something in me. Okay, good. Now, what's with the whole get up? Get up? The armor. My deepest apologies. It was not my intent to arrive here underdressed. I beg your forgiveness. What do you mean underdressed? You're in a full suit of armor. This set is hardly more than ceremonial. Lady Sylvie gifted it to me as a gesture of goodwill, and I wear it with pride. Alas, it is ill-suited for the trials of battle. I mean, it's more covering than most female armors in video games. A fine display, to be sure, yet lacking the weight and reinforcement required of true combat gear. Lady Sylvie deemed my true armor too imposing for daily wear. Intimidating, I believe she said. Rest assured, should the need for battle arise, I shall be ready. The armor gifted by Lady Sylvie may shine with splendor, but my true steel lies close at hand, prepared to serve. You know my aunt. One moment. Knight tilted her head slightly, then reached up to pull the helmet free from her head. For a moment, her face was obscured by shadow of the morning light, but then she shook her head. Yeah, look! Ha! You watched on in amazement as waist-long hair tumbled free in soft waves, brushing over the polished shoulders of her armor, framing a serene, resolute face. Her eyes met yours, clear and steady. Holy shit, where did all that hair come from? I feel like there's so much to unpack here. Please forgive the dramatic display, Peregrine. Helmets do little to flatter, but duty requires practicality, even at the cost of appearance. To answer your question, before making your acquaintance, I was in the service of Lady Sylvie. With your arrival, it passes to you. Do not fret, I will not stand in your way. You will hardly know I am here. But while you are in town, I will protect you and this store with my life. I'm not totally sure that will be necessary, but thank you. I am but a humble servant. Your thanks is kind, though unnecessary. You watch as Lucille, now helmetless, takes her place beside the doorway, sword strapped to her hip. Excuse me. I must also beg your forgiveness for not being present upon your arrival. I've had troubles with one of the contraptions in my place of living, what Lady Sylvie calls my apartment. A contraption? Yes. A magical device that produces water as if from thin air. I believe a curse was put on it, and water began to flood as far as the eye could see. Uh-oh. Fortunately, a sorcerer removed the curse, and now it works as intended. Does she mean her sink broke? So, okay. You know my aunt, but your sink broke yesterday, so you couldn't come greet me. That is correct, indeed. I love the way she describes things. Ah! So you live nearby? Yes, though I'm not originally from this town. Oh, me neither. We have something in common. I hail from the Kingdom of Valind, which was once present in these lands. Never mind. I see you are still in your night clothes. Do you require help dressing? Huh? Are you offering to undress me right now? I believe that getting dressed requires one to first be undressed, yes. You need not question my intentions. They are entirely pure. I only wish to serve. It's too early for this. Ah, I felt that, buddy. I feel that, buddy. Ah. I think I'll be okay. I'll go get dressed and come back in a minute. Please take all the time you need, mate. Peregrine. I will guard the store in your absence. Seal took her helmet back from where she put it aside and slid it back into place. There's someone claiming to be a knight standing in my store. Sitting currently, if you remember Peregrine. She sat down. For some reason, I feel like the strange one right now. You headed back upstairs. I love her though. She's precious. Slipping off your pajamas, you shook your head. You'd never met a knight before. You were beginning to feel like maybe this was one long, extended dream. To be honest, I kind of dig it though. I did want things to be different, right? Can't get more different than a knight waking you up at 6 in the morning and pledging allegiance to you. Peregrine, you should just go back to sleep. Lucille still stood by the door. So she stood. I thought she was sat. Did it say take her place, maybe? Maybe. Posture perfect. She almost looked like one of the antiques on display. Housekeeping order going. Well, Peregrine. Didn't she put her helmet back on? Or are we just leaving it off for demonstration purposes? No one intruded on your establishment while you were absent. I remain vigilant. Thanks, Lucille. Keep up the good work. I guess I'll just get to it. Let's see how... let's see what to do today. You got up so fucking early today, Peregrine. Oh! Okay. Welcome to the Will o' Mist Emporium, Peregrine. Each item in your inventory has a hidden value range. Am I gonna need... I feel like I'm gonna need a pen. I don't... Where's my... I'm sure I had a pen on my desk. Where is it? Did I put it away? No. Is this it? Yes. We have a pen. I fear I'm going to forget. So... Oh, this looks eccentric enough for this. So last year... Either last year or a year before. I can't remember if my gran bought me this or if mum bought me this. But I have a diamond art cover notebook that's plain paper. This feels eccentric enough for this. Oh, I'm going to start using notebooks based on the video game. Not just plain notebooks anymore. You get to have a themed notebook. So let's go. This is going to be to make it so stiff. Okay. Making notes. Willow Mist. I think half of my issue with new notebooks is being like, ooh, but my handwriting's fucking atrocious. Emporium. Peregrine. Marigold. Keep. So, Items have hidden value. So there'll be normal, good, or perfect. Higher the quality, higher quality. That makes sense. Higher quality equals. I'm writing. This isn't even like my high school. I've gone to a strange place with my handwriting recently. In that I've regressed. I'm writing like a teenager-ish. It's trying to be scribbly, but it's got little loops where there should be dots. You know, like I've written items and the dot is an O. And then the A's are the... I can't describe them. The A's are the ones where it's like it hooks first and then it goes around into the A. That makes sense? So smart skills. Smart skill. Estimates. Feels really important to write this down now, and then it's possibly not going to be. If smarts is low, you'll only have a rough idea of what something is. As smarts increase, your valuation gets sharper and making it easier to spot a good deal and avoid overpricing. So higher spot overpricing. I'm writing this list in a weird fashion. Good deal. Daily routine. So on the daily, so set, adjust prices. We get to run the shop for a little bit. See how customer. You'd think in a job where I have to write customer on pretty much every contact, I'd be able to spell it. See how customers respond and learn and adjust. Cool. Look at this. Drag and drop your items onto your schedule. Florian, nap, please. I feel like man the counter should be given it is. Oh, look, it's sunny. We'll put clean the star. Then man the counter. Then when Florian comes in, Florian can clean the star. Sweet. You spend a couple of hours cleaning the store. By the end of it, you're happy with your effort. So cleanliness increased. I got a little bit of XP. The door chimes rang as someone clad in protective gear once again entered the store. You look down at your watch. 11:58. Perfect time for a break. Oh, he's back. Morning. That sounded too cheerful for him. The Florian, one can hardly call it morning anymore. Did the morning sun rays offend you so grievously? You cannot bring yourself to join us until they have waned. Lucille crossed her arms, the distinct sound of scraping metal scraping against metal. You looked menacing with that, menacing like that with her helmet still on. Florian just shrugged. It didn't seem he found her menacing at all. Yeah, nice to see you too. I don't know why you're acting all surprised. I've always started in the afternoon. Look at them both, covered from head to toe. A night rises with dawn, ready to meet the day's challenges head on. Yet you appear content to let half the battle pass you by. I'll leave the night ship for the night, if that's alright. Lucille placed her hands on her hips, tilting her helmet-covered head slightly as if considering him. Do you not feel some obligation to lend your strength to the morning's labours? The store requires diligence at all hours, not merely just those convenient to you. Lucky you're here then. I don't do mornings. If Sylvie doesn't care, I don't know why you do. Very well. If your current arrangement serves the store well, I shall not press further. But do you consider that your efforts, no matter the hour, reflect your honour and dedication to this establishment? I don't think mopping floors is all that honourable, but sure, whatever. Honour comes with every job, Sir Florian. Whether one wields a blade or arranges wares, it is the spirit in which the task is performed that matters most. Do carry on then, but know that the dawn is a most inspiring sight, should you ever choose to witness it. Yeah, I know. Maybe one day. Good. I trust we shall work together most admirably today. When Lucille went back to standing by the door, you used the opportunity to catch Florian by the wrist and pull him aside. Florian? He pulled his wrist away from you, eyes on the ground. Ah, right, I forgot about last night. We'll cross that bridge when I've dealt with the elephant in the room. I'm guessing you've met Lucille before. Hard not to, seeing as she's always here. Maybe you can explain to me why there's someone in a full suit of armour in our store then, please? Trust me, that's not her full suit of armour. You should have seen her when she first turned up. Sylvie hired her a few months back. My aunt did? Yeah. That's what she does. Takes in strays. We really don't need any armoured guard for an antique store, but she got the job anyway. I guess it gives her something to do. Why does she think she's a knight? Because she is one, apparently. I don't know, she looks like a knight to me. How could she be a knight? She has a sword. Is that the only requirement for knighthood? Okay, fine, she has a sword, can't argue with that. Listen, about last night. Florian looked back down at the ground, avoiding eye contact for a few moments, before sighing and looking back at you. I'm scared of blood. Huh? That's all it was. I was surprised. Sorry. You should have said something. I wasn't trying to scare you. No, forget that. I apologise. I should have dealt with it myself. Come here. Florian grabbed you by the wrist. It was a light touch. He was careful not to hurt you as he pulled you towards the counter. Then he left you for a moment before returning with the same first aid kit you used yesterday. Have you procured an injury, Sir Florian? Shall I fetch a physician? No, I've got it handled. I'm fine, Florian. It's a tiny cut. I already fixed it up. You're supposed to change it twice a day. Little puff face! He did not. I am? So it heals properly. Look at him! So unhappy. So it heals properly. I didn't know that. I guess I'll just sit down. Okay, Dr. Florian. He dug through the wooden box, pulling out some antiseptic and a new bandage. You really don't need to. I should be able to do this. I have to. Sylvie said I should do shit like this. At that, you shut your mouth. Florian looked so serious in that moment. Like this was about more than just a band-aid. He sat you down on the edge of the counter, then peeled away your old bandage, after putting on a pair of disposable gloves. Florian grimaced, almost putting up his nose at the sight of your cut, which really wasn't too bad at all. Luckily, it also didn't hurt. He sat there quietly as he performed his task like a ritual, putting the antiseptic on your cut, which stung like a bitch, and covering it again with an adhesive bandage. Thanks, Florian. It's not a big deal. Then why does it feel like one? I really did see someone in my room last night. Whoever she was, she disappeared when I broke my glass. Well, I don't know. Maybe this place is haunted. You think? Oh, maybe you just imagined it. Anyway, I gotta get to work. Right, yeah, work. Thanks again, Florian. Ah, that's sweet. You're sitting behind the counter when the door opens and a short figure steps in, framed by the sun. Where's my jingles? Baby's back! Hi, I'm glad your store is still here. It would have been concerning if it wasn't. Yes, exactly, so I'm very happy. Did your mom like her birthday present? She smiled all day and night. She's a good smiler. I'm glad to hear it. Can I help you with anything else today? You're back so soon. I didn't realise kids your age were so into antiques. The shop smells like fun, so I wanted to come back. Maybe I'll find something else to make my mum smile. Make Mum smile. The day is always good when she smiles. She drifted across the floor with that same light, careful gait, as if she barely needed to step on the ground to move. It was strange, but interesting. The path curved towards a tall antique mirror leaning against a shelf. The glass was a little fogged at the edges, silvery where the silvering had flaked. Pretty mirror, isn't it? But unfortunately it's not for sale. I might be able to find you something similar though. When you look at yourself, how do you know it's really you? That's a pretty big question for an otherwise quiet day. I like big questions. They fit more wonder inside. She's so sweet. Oh. You stepped closer. In the mirror, your reflections lined up side by side. For a heartbeat, something odd flickered. Vivi's mismatched eyes swapped, left or right. And the glass looked perfectly normal. You blinked once, twice, confused. Well... Huh. I don't know if you guys can see the full questions. I know it's because it's me because I remember being me. It feels like the most fantastical version of the answer and I love it. I just trust my reflection. I don't know. I'm gonna go with the top one. But I've had this face forever. How could I be anyone but me? But history is heavy and memories can change. Do you think they could ever take a person away from their reflection? Sometimes I feel like I don't deserve my reflection. Like I'm wearing something very beautiful that belongs to someone else. And if I breathe too loudly, it might notice and ask for it back. But I want to keep it. She pressed her fingertips almost, but not quite, against the glass, and dropped her hand abruptly and turned back to you. Maybe you can share your reflection then. That's not so bad. Sharing is nice. Thank you for answering. Of course. Can I stay here a little while longer? Just a little, until my mum is done shopping? No, take as much time as you need. By the way, shouldn't you be at school? Not today. I only go to school on days I can remember to. Doesn't your mum mind? Mum likes it more when we're together. I think you'd like her. She's a very good mum. Vivi wandered away from the mirror, her hands hovering over shelves until she paused at a display of small broken trinkets, waiting in a discount bin. There was a cracked porcelain doll head, a chipped teacup, and a wind-up toy missing its faceplate. Can I touch these? Be my guest. They're too damaged to sell anyway. Find anything you like, you can just take it. She crouched down and gently lifted the doll head, tilting it this way and that. Then she picked up the broken toy and studied the round space where its face had once been. Her mismatched eyes lit up with some curious idea. With surprising deftness, she set the porcelain head against the toy's body. This is how Sid's toys were born. Pressing the edges until they fit with a strange uncanny snugness. The toy stared back at you with wide painted doll eyes, its small key clicking faintly when Vivi gave it a twist. The figure lurched forward with a stuttering hop, the borrowed face bobbing as if it belonged there all along. See? Now they're happier. The doll gets to move again and the toy isn't faceless anymore. It's better when broken things share their parts. Then no one has to be alone. That's creative. I don't think I would have thought of that. They're both happier now, even if one is gone and the other is a bit wrong. I'm impressed, Vivi. Maybe I should hire you to fix all of our broken stuff. I could help, but my mum is done shopping, so I have to go. I can come back later if that's okay. I'd like that. Have a nice day, Vivi. And tell your mum I said hello. I will. She'll like you, I think. You both smell like home. Oh, that's a new one. She's so sweet. She gave a small wave, then left the store. You stared down at the strange, mismatched doll and wondered what it could possibly mean. Oh, Vivi is my queen. Ooh, I have things. This is what we already sold. Estimate value $0 to $8, and we sold it for $7, I think. Boy, honey, look at those prices. $2 to $35. So if I take the top price and take off the bottom price, because like that was just down at $1. I feel like those are really expensive though. Should we start there as a just a starting point and just be like, so that would be 33. You would be 81. Shit! I fucked up. And then this one would be 41. Okay, I fixed it. Oh, shit. Kid's back. I think I fixed it. Hang on. Made a boo-boo. But I've got charm, smart, look, handiwork, and style. That's adorable. Things to remember, the most valuable thing in this shop, time. Calling them out. I think Florian is already my favourite. Look at Peregrine looking real smug up there. But I was... How many save spots you get? Delightful. To give a small wave, then left the store. You stared down at the strange mismatched doll and wondered what it could possibly mean. You get seated behind the counter, ready for today's customers. The bells chime and a customer comes in. She's back. Welcome. Not today. My pockets are full of rocks instead of coins. I have to get home to my mom. Bye. See you next time. Customer leaves the store. So one customer today, but no one else is coming now. As the sun crested the horizon and slowly began to turn into night, you turned your open sign to closed. Phew, another day down. It's pretty busy today. Yeah, I guess. Some days are like that. Some days we're just twiddling our thumbs until we can go home. Frankly, that's more like what I was expecting. I thought an antique store in the countryside wouldn't have a lot of activity. Would an antique store in the city have more activity? Maybe. Antiques and thrifting and stuff are pretty popular these days. I always thought it was only old people who liked antiques. What, you don't like them? Looks like a load of junk to me. Junk? You should not say such things, Sir Florian. I really wish you'd just call me Florian. Lady Sylvia spent her lifetime curating this collection of fascinating oddities. It would do you well to hold your tongue if it only spits distaste. Oddities is one word for all this crap. I mean, you do you, but is there a reason you work here if you don't care about the store? I care about the store and the owner. I don't care about the antiques. Parent helped me through some shit. Gave me this job when I had nowhere else to go. I appreciate that. Doesn't mean I have to be into used lampshades and rusty axes. I guess that makes sense. Speaking of it being busy though, how do I go about finding more things to sell? We'll run out soon enough unless I start pillaging the decorations. I don't know, go steal from someone's trash can. Do I look like a raccoon to you? I mean, you kinda do. A ginger raccoon. Also known as a red panda. Do you really want me to answer that? I do not think you look like a raccoon, Peregrine. Perhaps you have more qualities similar to a red panda. Your red coat is divine. Thanks, Lucille. I'm glad someone here appreciates me. Your aunt had a few different avenues for a junk, I think. I don't really know the specifics. She does have an attic filled with it, though. You might pick through that. Might find some. You can pick through that, might find something. Or you might find nothing. seems more likely. Oh, an attic? Yeah, Sylvie's been meaning to sort it out for ages. If you get injured trying to work through the mess, it won't be my problem though. I can dig out the key and show you tomorrow. Oh, thanks. Thanks, that sounds great. At that moment, your stomach let out a low grumble. Oh, right. Do you guys know Quinn? The chef guy? Yeah, I guess. He couldn't sound less interested. Florian rubbed at the back of his neck, looking away. He's nice or whatever, we just don't get along. I don't know, I guess we're too different of people or something. I mean, Quinn is quite the character. So Quinn is an excellent cook who makes feasts fit for royalty. Lady Sylvie did well in seeking his companionship. Companionship? Interesting. He invited me to his restaurant to try a new recipe tonight. I nearly forgot about it. Have fun with that. Aw, not even a little bit interested? I'm not hungry. I've got work to do anyway. What, sweeping the floors you've been sweeping all day? It'll be fun! You, maybe? Anyway, bye. Have fun or whatever. Florian! After that, Florian left the room. Lucille? I would be honoured, Peregrine. In truth, I have already considered offering to accompany you, should you require a guardian for the evening. It is only fitting that I ensure your safety, even over a meal. It's just dinner. I don't think I need a guard. Just a friend, if that's alright with you. A knight's duty is not bound by circumstance. Whether it be dinner or a battle, I would gladly be your shield. But a friend, indeed I would enjoy the company. Perfect. I still haven't managed to take a look around town, so having a guide will save me from getting lost too. The Florian hasn't offered to show you around the settlement, truly? Well, please allow me to escort you through the town and show you its finest landmarks. No harm shall come to you while I'm by your side. Lucille, you're so sweet. Sounds like a plan to me. Let's make a whole night of it. A night of it? Ah, I meant, sure, a night of it. The town of Willow Mists glowed softly under the moon as you and Lucille stepped out onto the main street. The air was cool and fresh, carrying the faintest hint of blooming jasmine and the earthy scent of the forest just beyond the town's edge. Somewhere a distant clock chimed the hour, its tones mellow and unhurried. I couldn't help but think that time seemed to feel slower here. There really was no need to rush, was there? Oh, she's so pretty. It is a brilliant night for a stroll. Though the weather has begun to cool off, remnants of autumn still remain. It was a... I've read that. Blah, blah, blah. Leaves crunch under both of your footballs pleasantly, singing farewell to their passing season. So, Lucille, how long have you lived in Willamist? I believe it's been around 3 months now, give or take. That's very recent. What brought you to town? It is a long and peculiar tale, Peregrine, one I am not certain you will believe. But if you wish to hear it, I shall tell it true. This must be related to why she thinks she's a knight. I'd be happy to hear it. Very well. 3 months ago, I was not in Willamist. In fact, I was not in this world at all. At least, not as it is now. I hail from a time long past, an age of kings and castles, of honour and oath sworn beneath banners fluttering in the wind. You stared at her, still trying to gauge whether she was pulling your leg or not. But Lucille looked completely and utterly serious. I was engaged in a most dire battle when the world itself seemed to shift beneath me. One moment I stood upon the battlefield, the next I awoke amidst the unfamiliar sights and sounds of this town. I like to think I'm easygoing, but time travel is a lot to take in. I love how on the display for the stream, that's not flickering, but it's flickering on my screen. I don't understand. Oh. I understand your doubt, and yet I have no reason to deceive you. This armor, these weapons, even my manner of speech, all relics of an age long forgotten. Surely you have noticed their antiquity. You're being serious, aren't you? I swear it upon my honour. When I arrived, I had no knowledge of this place. All this time, the world I knew was gone, replaced by one of strange machines and customs. You can't seriously be telling the truth, right? Potential ghost in the store, sure. A time-travelling knight? But I guess she really doesn't have a reason to lie to me, I'll just go along with it for now. That's kind of nuts, you know. Indeed, it is kind of nuts. How do you manage to adjust? That must have been a lot of change. With great difficulty, I assure you. Your aunt was the first to show me kindness. She took me in, clothed me, and taught me the ways of this new world. Were it not for her, I might have been lost entirely. For reasons I cannot explain, I feel as though I was meant to be here. Perhaps fate has a purpose for me still. That's one way to think about it. You're strong, you know that. Stronger than me. I wish I could go with the flow that easily. I'm a knight, Peregrine. Adaptation and perseverance, or as you put it, going with the flow, are the very essence of survival. I've pledged my service to you not only out of duty, but because in this unfamiliar land you have given me purpose, and for that I am grateful. Why do you think you are strong, Peregrine? Why do you think you are not strong, Peregrine? I see no reason to doubt yourself, sir. Strength is not measured solely by the swing of a blade or the weight of one's armour. It lies in the choices we make, the burdens we carry, and the resolve to continue forward when the path is uncertain. I suppose so. When did you become a knight, Lucille? I was 7 when I was sent to the local lord's castle to begin my training. 7? That's so young. I'm 26 now. Jesus, Peregrine's 10 years younger than me. I feel like I've done nothing with my life, in fear that I would choose wrong. So much time has passed me by. I've seen friends start families, get married, climb the career ladder. Stop. Oh, shit. But I'm still the same as I was 8 years ago. Peregrine, please. Is that why you chose to come to Willamist? It felt like something I could do, a choice I could make. So I guess so. When I began my training as a squire, a trainer once said to me that there is no shame in fear, only surrendering to it. Your path forward may be unclear at times, Peregrine, but it is there all the same. Time spent on the journey is no waste. Clearly, you guys can't see that. Clearly labelled as the... That's a romance option. I love it. Have a way with words, you know. That, I think I like that one the most. Yeah. Thanks, Lucille. You really know how to charm someone, you know that? Charm? You honour me with your words. I merely speak from the heart. If it brings you some degree of comfort, then that is well. See, you're still doing it. The way you speak is so romantic. Romantic? I'm not sure how to explain it. You're just so effortlessly charming. I fear I've never thought of myself as charming. From a young age, my instructors considered me too harsh of tongue. You? There's no way we're talking about the same Lucille. I only strive to be honest and sincere in my words and actions. So if my manner of speaking pleases you, then I consider it a gift I am glad to share. He's so sweet. Man, 5 minutes with you and even someone with a stone heart would fall in love. All for me, surely you jest. I'm merely a knight, unaccustomed to such notions of romance. My duty is to protect and serve, not to inspire affection. Well, consider me inspired. Cute. The black face too. You watched as Lucille blinked a few times, her usually steady composure faltering for just a moment. Your words are most gracious, Peregrine. You have my thanks. I fear I've spoken too much and nearly forgotten the purpose of our excursion. This way, allow me to introduce you to the fine establishments of Willamist. The two of you, side by side, continued onwards through the town centre. As you passed brightly lit building, Jesus, Lucille gestured towards it. Behold, the farmer's market. It's most curious. It is found indoors. In my day, one would venture to an open square and at dawn, yet here the bounty of the land is neatly contained beneath a roof. I must admit, it lacks the charm of market stalls, but the convenience is notable. It is open nearly no matter the hour. A grocery stall? Yes, I believe that is what Lady Sylvia referred to it as. Further along, Lucille slowed her steps in front of a small clothing store, its mannequins posed in stylish outfits, many of which were winter coats. It would start to get cold soon, wouldn't it? Itchy nose. Yeah. And here we have the local tailor. Their wares may lack the intricate embroidery of royal finery, but they seem practical and well made. If you have need of garments for the winter, I would advise you pay a visit. Maybe we could take a look together sometime. I would be honoured, Peregrine. She led you onwards, pausing briefly outside a plain brick building with a glowing green cross above its entrance. An apothecary, though I have yet to have need of their services. The potions they prepare must be most potent in this age, with all the modern tools at their disposal. I'm not sure they use potions exactly, but medicine has probably come a long way. I can only imagine. I pray we do not have to find out anytime soon. Yeah, let's try and stay healthy for the next few months at least, alright? You have my word. Across the way, Lucille nodded to a squat building with darkened windows. The local woodwright's workshop is just over yonder. His craftsmanship is impressive, worthy of notable commission even, but it is nothing in particular. The mastercraft simply gives me a certain sense of unease I can't place. She doesn't like the carpenter. I do not doubt his skill, but there is certainly something about him that seems unnatural. However, in this town, that is not such a strange thing. I'll keep that in mind if we ever run into each other. You humble me by taking heed of my words. My thanks. Now, Sir Quinn's dining establishment is just ahead. Marvellous. It's so pretty! Oh my gosh! Look at it! The atmosphere of the night seemed to change as you stepped into the Silver Oak. You were surprised to find it mostly outdoors, but that surprise was certainly not disappointment. The strings of twinkling lights crisscrossed overhead, casting a soft golden glow that danced off wooden tables, and the cheerful faces gathered around them. Itchy nose! Ah! The air was rich with the mouth-watering aroma of sizzling meats, freshly baked bread, and the faintest sweetness of roasted vegetables. Every now and then the scent of herbs and wood smoke wafted past, carried on the gentle evening breeze. Plates of food and frothy pints of beer made their way to tables, the clinking of glasses mingling with bursts of laughter and lively chatter. Someone at a table in the corner strummed a guitar. You came! Of course, how could I turn down the best chef in town? I brought a friend, I hope that's alright. The more the merrier when it comes to food, eh? Please, I reserved a table just for you. Sit, sit. You reserved a table and wasn't even sure I was coming. Yes, man. Before you could even place a hand on your chair to pull it out, Lucille had already done it. I don't need to do that for you. Ah, you're so well-mannered, Lucille. The world would be a better place if we had more people like you. I only help where I can, Sir Quinn. And so humble, too. Please, sit and enjoy the atmosphere. Deliciousness awaits. You sat down and Lucille adjusted your chair for you, before crossing over to sit on the opposite side of the table. Her armour made a slight scraping sound, but you were impressed at how silent it was overall. Your aunt really did well picking that out. Where'd she manage to get armour like that anyway? I swear there's so much I don't know about her. Maybe I'll get to ask when she comes back home. It's only 3 months away after all. Why do I have a feeling this aunt's not going to come back? Oh. Stop! Ah. No! Stop it. She's so pretty. You seem deep in thought, Peregrine. Oh, my bad. It's a good job you're over there. Because if you were over here, we wouldn't see you. I was just thinking about my aunt. A fair topic to be consumed by. Your aunt is a wonderful woman. I'm almost jealous of you and Florian, you know? Jealous? You two honestly know her better than I do. All we know each other from is letters. Even now, I haven't seen her in, what, 21 years? That is indeed a long time to go without seeing one's own family. Yet you cannot deny the bond you shared through your letters. A connection nurtured by words alone is no less meaningful. Yeah, but it's different, isn't it? I know her as my quirky aunt from the countryside who likes herbs and crystals. You, this town, really know her. Everyone I've spoken to seems to look up to her. Oops, shit. Bongo cat getting in the way. She is the best of Willamith. I do not think it is an exaggeration to say that this town would not flourish as it does without her. Big shoes to fill. You needn't fill her shoes. Only bring your own. Oh! Ho, ho. She'll lean back in her chair, her eyes flickering away from you. Damn, that was sweet. Nevertheless, I understand the weight of time lost. Probably better than anyone. I'm sorry. There's no need to apologise. Time, though it may slip through our fingers, grants us the moments we have now, and it is what we choose to do with those moments that truly matters. Though I need not remind you, Lady Sylvie did not ask Florian or I to attend to her prized possession while she was absent. She asked you. In truth, it is part of the reason I have so quickly trusted in you. Lady Sylvie herself believes in you. She could have at least left me some instructions if she believed in me so much. Forget talking about me anyway. I'm more interested in knowing about your knightness. Do you truly find it so interesting? I do! Is your armor heavy? Is that heavy? It seems like a lot to walk around in at all hours of the day. For one not accustomed to such a weight, perhaps, but I have borne this weight since my youth. It feels as natural to me as the air I breathe. And I mean, if this is not her full armor... Oh, thank you for the full shebang, Gunner. Just seen that. She glanced down at her polished armor, her expression thoughtful. Truthfully, this set is quite light. That's what I was just thinking was... This is not her full set of armor. This is probably nothing. This set is quite light compared to the one I wore when I first arrived in Willow-Mist. The armor was forged for battle, with heavy plating and chainmail beneath. I carried... and it carried... Just a stretch when I tried to read that sentence and it just... Nope. Oh, God. And it carried far more than its own weight. Every dent and scratch held a memory of the field or of my training. So this must be like casual wear to you, huh? In a sense, yes. I find it reassuring in a way. Wearing it reminds me of who I am, no matter how strange this time may seem. I don't think I could even stand upright in something like that, let alone move around so gracefully. Grace comes with time and practice, my friend, though I suspect you would carry it well should you ever wish to try. Can you really use a sword? Is that sword real? The blade I carry? Indeed, it is the same one I used in the battles of my youth. Youth hardly sounds like the right word. You look so young. Your words are most gracious, though I assure you my youth has long passed. Were it up to my mother, and had I not chosen the path of a knight, I would have been married many years ago. She often reminded me that a sword makes a poor companion, though I suspect she underestimated how loyal a blade can be. It's nice to know that despite the year, mothers are just like that. Your mother also wishes for you to marry? Probably. I think it has more to do with wanting grandchildren than wanting me to get married. But anyway, about that sword. Anyway, about your sword. You can really use it? Like, use it? I assure you, my training has not gone to waste. This blade has seen me through many trials, and though I pray it will not be necessary in this time, I'm prepared to wield it should the need arise. Okay, I don't think I'll need you to stab anyone, but I do appreciate the offer. I will endeavour not to stab anyone in your presence. Maybe just not at all. That she cracked a smile. I carry a sword not as an act of aggression, but a promise of protection. I would never harm another who is not deserving of it. I could hardly be called a knight otherwise. You're making me want to see you swing that thing. I bet it'd be really cool. Perhaps one day, should the need arise, I shall demonstrate. Until then, rest assured, my skills remain sharp. I'm sorry, but I gotta ask. Knights can get married? Indeed, though there are some limitations. You may not marry commoners nor people of higher status, unless arranged by our lords. Huh. I guess I just thought knights had to, you know, stay single like monks or something. Peregrine, please. Not at all. While some knights do choose to forego marriage in favour of their duties, it is not a requirement. We are permitted to wed, provided the union aligns with the expectations of our station. So what happens if you fall for someone who doesn't meet the rules? Then one must choose between desire or duty. It's not an easy decision, but a knight's honour lies in loyalty to their vows. How complicated. Yeah, I thought modern dating was difficult. Such is the life of a knight, but I would not trade it for anything. Honour and duty are the cornerstones of my existence, and to stray from them would be to betray myself. So, does that mean you've never, you know, fallen for someone? Oh, Lucille. Lucille's composure faltered for the briefest moment, her cheek colouring faintly beneath her confident demeanour. No, I have always prioritised my duties above such matters. There was little time to entertain the notion of romance. I don't want to romance her. She's sweet. I don't want to romance her. We'll do it. We'll do the romancy option. Well, what about now? Now? You said it yourself. This is a totally foreign time to you, right? No one's caught your fancy around town? Because Florian exists. I don't know. I need to know my full options. There's 5 romanceable characters. I need to know my full option, full scope of my options before making a choice. Caught my Did I miss a thing? Caught my fancy, I must admit. I have not yet considered such a matter. My focus has been on adapting to this time and fulfilling my duties. Matters of the heart seem secondary to ensuring I can serve and protect those who place their trust in me. That's a very knightly response. I am a knight, after all, though perhaps it would not be unwelcome to find such a connection. I almost can't imagine you with a crush. Neither can I, truthfully. Oh, she's so cute, though. Oh, Quinn's here. Bon appetit. Dinner is served. Quinn appeared as if from thin air, then placed 2 dishes down, one in front of each of you. What you saw would have been fit for the finest restaurant anywhere. The creamy beets were so red it almost surprised you. If it is delicious, then you will sing my praises through all of Willamist. If it is not, then simply strike me down, as I could not bear the thought of serving our lovely Sylvie's family anything less than perfect. Well, she brought a sword, so let's hope it's good. Beautiful. Ah, I'm near trembling in my boots. Please, taste. Smells delicious. You raise the forkful of the risotto to your mouth. Creamy texture, the tender rice, the velvety sauce. It was beyond delicious. As you chewed, the earthy flavour of the roasted beets, almost sweet, filled your mouth. Quinn, this is delicious! Magnificent. Put the energy in the wrong place there. You do not understand how that warms my heart, though. I had worried for a moment. My prep time was cut short last night. The full moon does things to a person sometimes, you understand. Are you a werewolf? Are you a werewolf? Sir, please. Nevertheless, enjoy. Fine company makes a meal even more delicious. Now, let's go into my stats. I think it said there's 5 romanceable, but I don't know if that's just because there's 3 we've met and we haven't met the other 2, or the other 2 might not be available in game yet. I don't think he's romanceable. I think these are just friends you can make. The menu is so pretty. Ah! Look, we can... There's things! Oh boy! Self-proclaimed time-traveling knight from the kingdom of Berlin, allegedly works at the Willamist Emporium as the Emporium's bodyguard, despite the town being very safe. This man's... They've got birthdays! Lucille has Pip's birthday! It's in a couple of days. Lucille has Pip's birthday, though. That's adorable. I didn't see this till just now. December 28th. An accountant who worked with your aunt before you took over prefers to keep things strictly professional. Very good at his job. Florian, November 23rd. An employee of the Willow Mist Emporium who seems to work more than sleep. He doesn't do anything with enthusiasm, but he does get his work done. Not a fan of mornings. So far, these are my 3 options. I'm guessing these 2 maybe are the thing. That's a child. February 29th. Oh, love. A student who lives in Willow Mist with a peculiar outlook on the world. She seems to be able to slip in anywhere and fit in. The owner of the Willow Mist, most well-loved restaurant and poet at heart. Affectionate, flamboyant, and perhaps slightly enamoured with your aunt. I'm telling you, it's Gale if he just became a chef. If he gave up on wizarding and just became a chef. Look at him. Majestic creature. Nevertheless, enjoy. Fine company makes a meal even more delicious. Goodbye, Quinn. You look back over towards Lucille, who seemed to be enjoying her meal just as much as you were. Quinn wandered back through the table, smiling and chatting to each person who passed by. Everyone looked happy to speak to him. He's really nice. Indeed, he's a noble man with a noble heart. We are fortunate to have him in Willow Mist. Boop. Look! Fucking Jesus! So many eyeballs! You continued eating, eyes passing over the various people that sat at the tables. There were all kinds. Friends, couples, families. The atmosphere was extremely pleasant, and it was easy to fall into the town's rhythm. Absent-mindedly, you looked past Lucille's shoulder, your eyes locking onto someone sitting a few tables away from you. God, the music changed. Is Florian stalking us now? Or something else going on? No, it Emmett! Ah, that guy does know how to cut. He looks like a totally different fucking person. I guess he just doesn't like me in particular. Oh well, no loss there, I suppose. Hey, Lucille. Yes, Peregrine. Don't turn around too quickly, but do you know him? He spun around incredibly obviously. Sir Emmett, yes, he's often around the store assisting Lady Sylvie. What do you think of him? Lady Sylvie believes him to be a man of his word, extremely talented at his work. But my aunt likes him. That's good. He's a bit cold. As far as I'm aware, he is like that with most people. Sir Emmett likes to keep a professional distance from much of the town. I'm gonna make that man my friend! Correct! I'm gonna make that man my friend if it's the last thing I do. I solely hope it is not the last thing you do, but I will happily support you in your endeavour. You will? Indeed. Though he does not say it, I can only imagine that keeping such a distance becomes lonely at times. Putting that aside, however, perhaps it is time for us to take our leave. Both of your plates had long since been scraped clean, neither of you daring to leave even a single crumb behind. We'll have to do something to say thanks to Quinn. You didn't have to do all this. You both stood from the table, weaving your way past the other guests. As you passed Emmett, he looked up from his plate and met your gaze, more directly than usual. Oh, Peregrine. He's off the clock. Maybe he's nicer. There you are. I was hoping I'd run into you. You... what? Watch, this is not Emmett. This is Emmett's twin. Yes. I've been meaning to say something. I've been thinking about it for a while. You're doing better than I expected. That's not bad. I mean, it's good. Thank you? The store, the town, it's not easy. You make it look easier than it is. I don't think I've said that before. I should have. Are you feeling okay? I've never been better, Peregrine. Maybe a bit warm. Is it warm tonight or something? He's been drinking. Aren't we going into winter? Maybe. It's just you. I'm warm? Yeah, you seem warm. What was I saying? Something about me being warm? Right, that. You should stay. Oh, and as fun as that sounds, I'm actually going out with Lucille tonight. Why? We were having dinner. Actually out with Lucille. You were having dinner. I should have asked first. Next time, have dinner with me. I would like that. Ah. Good. That's good. Get home safe, and don't forget you promised. Sir? What just happened? It was like a fever dream. You hurried away with Lucille, waving thanks to Quinn on the way out. Lucille, I fear we may have just witnessed a real-life bona fide demon possession. Sir Emmett, you mean? He was being uncharacteristically amiable. He shot me down instantly when I suggested hanging out together outside of work. Perhaps he had a change of heart. You are wonderfully charming, Peregrine. Thanks, but I don't think so. Seriously, we need to call a priest or something. I shouldn't let that distract me, though. Lucille, thanks for coming out with me. I had a great night. Food really is better with good company. Fucking Peregrine. Oh, these guys write such wonderful characters. Ugh. You have my thanks for allowing me to accompany you, Peregrine. It was truly wondrous to get to know you as a person. Do you live far from here? Want me to walk you home? That will not be necessary. Please, allow me to walk you home instead. As your knight, it's my sworn duty to ensure your safety. To allow you to escort me instead would be unthinkable. Willamette seems pretty safe and quiet, though. I don't think you need to ensure my safety or anything. It is a quiet town, yes, but even the stillest waters may hide unexpected dangers. As your companion, I cannot allow you to face the night unguarded. Seriously, it's like a 10-minute walk. 10 minutes or 1 hour, it matters not. My role as your protector does not end when the sun sets. Please allow me to fulfill my oath. You sighed, but found it more amusing than anything. All right, you win, Miss Lady Knight. Lead the way. As it should be, my liege. Peregrine. Listen, Peregrine, just because you said something, Peregrine, just let her have this. Lucille's voice softened, the faintest glimmer of a smile touching her lips as she gestured for you to follow. Together you stepped through the cool night air, the quiet streets of Willamist stretching before you. Right, Peregrine. I love her. There we go. I'm now safely deposited back home. All is well with the world. Now I feel bad letting you walk home alone. Please, do not trouble yourself with such thoughts. If anyone even entertained the notion of harming me, I would be able to defend myself. And as you say, Willamist is quite safe. Then you agree you didn't need to walk me back. Safe or not, it is my duty to see you safely home, but I will admit perhaps my insistence was not entirely selfless. I find that I rather enjoy your company. Her tone softened, a glimmer of warmth in her usually composed demeanour. So while it is my honour to fulfill my role as your knight, I must confess it is also my pleasure. Oh, someone's a smooth talker. Only an honest talker, Peregrine. And now that you are safely home, my mission is complete. I bid you good night, with the hope that we shall meet again on the morrow. On the morrow! Ah! I have a friend at work that says on the morrow. That's his, like, exit. Along with saying goodbye to pretty much everyone that he passes, on the morrow is his exit, and it's delightful. I offered a light bow, her golden hair, catching the soft glow of the night as she turned and began her journey home, leaving you with a faint smile lingering on your lips. Oh, she's really great. Peregrine, please. You turned towards the door, digging the old key out of your pocket. It was halfway turned in the keyhole when you heard voices within. I win, and Florian loses. Someone owes me $5. What are you even going to do with $5? You pushed open the door, peering curiously into the room. Is he playing games with a ghost? Ah! Jesus Christ, can you stop sneaking around in the middle of the night all the time? Maybe you should spend less time skulking about here in the dark, then. Was someone else here? Huh? Thought I heard you talking to someone. At your comment, he rubbed the at the back of his neck, looking away. What weirdo would be hanging around here this late? You, for one. I work here. Uh-huh. At night. Alone. In the dark. So, just talking to yourself, then? So. Anyway, I'm busy. You sure look it. How was dinner? It was lovely. Quinn is an amazing chef. You really missed out, you know? Yeah, I know. At that, Florian's face dropped. I'll get back to work. Florian! Sure, have a nice night. Look how sad he is, Peregrine! And you're just gonna wander... Ooh, Peregrine. You let out an audible sigh when you finally reached your home away from home. The weight of the day's events had finally begun to settle on your shoulders. Every day seemed to be like that lately. Now dressed in your pajamas, you put yourself a nice cool glass of water and settled down on a chair. Oh, there is a TV. I was like, these are set up like they're looking at something. There is a TV. Little Mist show was strange, and boy, were you enjoying it so far. I'm enjoying this game. But I'm overdue finishing, and I was hoping to just finish this day. I wonder what was up with Emmett, though. He said he'd stop by sometime. Maybe I'll get the chance to ask him? Maybe he really was swayed by my overwhelming charm. A gentle breeze reached you from the open window. You closed your eyes, leaning back and enjoying the feeling. And then you heard rustling. Opening your eyes, you saw a piece of paper from some kind of... paper of some kind drift in on the wind before settling on top of the wardrobe. You're never gonna fucking reach that, Peregrine. Tiny man. Tiny boy. What the... Man, I'll close the windows if trash comes in on a breeze. You stood, then made your way over to the dresser, which you now realise was far too tall for you to reach the top of. Great, I'm gonna be stuck with trash forever. That won't annoy me at all. I guess I'll ask Florian for a ladder tomorrow. Maybe the storeroom has something. At that moment, a soft, gentle green glow began to envelop the piece of paper, and it slowly fell into your outstretched hand. Hello? What? Seemed to be a letter, although short. It read, So, I might have gone a teensy bit overboard last night. It was supposed to be funny. Not, you know, glass-smashing, hand-slicing funny. Anyway, I'm really sorry I made you get hurt. I didn't mean for that to happen. Promise. I hope you're feeling better. At the bottom was a hugely elaborate signature that you couldn't quite make heads or tails of. What in the... Teensy bit overboard? Is Florian pranking me or something? Right, Peregrine, this has got to be Florian. If it's not Florian, then... Glanced around the room, half expecting someone to jump out laughing, but the stillness of the room answered your silence. Your gaze returned to the letter as a sinking realization began to settle in. If it's not Florian, then no one else knew about the glass. Someone was in here. There is a ghost. Hey, ghost, once again, I'm really chill. No one answered. Oh, shit. Well, I'm going to sleep now. Please don't steal my soul or anything while I'm asleep. I promise it won't taste good. You quickly crawled into bed, settling into the soft sheets. No ghosts disturbed you as you fell into yet another deep, restful slumber. Ah! I'm... Snap. Yes. Leave it there. I forgot how buttons work. That game is so fun. Ah. Let's see. I wonder if anyone else is playing. I know I've seen a number of people. Someone else is playing, but they're at a similar place than me. And I don't know if they're gonna be like, I hope we got enough sound. If they're gonna finish soon, because the stream has been running for a bit. Ooh. I think they're set up though. At least I like the thing there. Just give me a second. Hmm. Unfortunately, they are in follower on the chat. So I will keep a note of them for later. Perhaps we will sneak on in at some point. Because I think they're a fox. Yeah. Foxy variety streamer. A cute design. But we'll leave it there. There's no one else to read out to. We'll leave it there. That is it for streams for this week, in theory. I might be on later this week. As mentioned, though, it's Pip's birthday on Thursday, so I'm going to be at Pip's, which is why I'm off. I'm going to be at Pip's. So, how many times can I say Pip in a sentence? But yeah, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out in the goofy, funky, silly times. That was a massive turnaround of my mood today. I chose well. I needed a giggle. I like that. I like this game a lot. I'm really looking forward to the full release. So this was... Now let me get the title proper. Let me get the... Where is it gone? Please. This is... game. The Willow Mist Emporium of Antiques and Curiosities. It's a game by 2.5 Studios, currently on a demo. They invited me to play the demo on Saturday. The demo released for everyone on Sunday. And I don't know when it's going to come out, but 2.5 are very good at bringing things out, and the hype is great. Their social media is the best thing. And they're really lovely people. And just, yeah, their games are great. I will never not think highly of 2.5 Studios, honestly. But I will probably drop the link for this in the Discord if I haven't already. I think I may have already. I can't remember. Let's have a look. I already did on Saturday after I finished stream, because they give... I mentioned that access thing. I've already been over this. Well, there we are. I don't know how many days are in the demo. They are generally quite generous with the days in the demos. So yeah. And I know there is a beta run of their other game, the sequel to Date with Death. But I would need to sign up for their Patreon again. And obviously the way they do their betas, that stuff is secret. When it's demos like this, and particularly since I was invited and given express permission to make content, then I feel better about doing this. The beta stuff, I would never. Unless they were like, do the thing, I would never. That's for the studio to pick apart and decide what they want to release to the public and otherwise. But I'm going to stop waffling. Have a good rest of the week, everybody, if I don't see you again. I'm feeling much better today. We've got pep. We found pep. Enjoy the rest of your week. I will catch you all later. Bye!